Lost a screw. Troy and Bella and Donnie. How you guys doing? So, how old do you think this dresser is here? I was thinking it was maybe 50 plus years old. Solid oak. What do you guys think? How do you think it'll look with some drawer slides on it instead of the old fitted drawers, I'll call it? Here's what the old drawers look like. I think I'm going to rebuild the drawer and do away with this cheaper part. I'm making a long form video, so you guys that want to see the full build, I've already started the video and it's going to be a great one. So subscribe to my channel and you'll get to see that here in a few weeks. So I'll have this thing done. I haven't told anybody this yet, but the color of this is going to be blue. So if you've ever seen Rubio Monticoat's got a color and it's called sapphire blue. And it's going to be maybe the first blue dresser. We'll see. I haven't seen many blue dressers, but blue oak dresser. Don't that sound neat? Kind of like a beachy look, maybe. We'll see. This is the second time I've put these drawer slides in. I put them in at the wrong height the last time. So I'm putting them in again. 1950s. I think so. At least. That'd make it 75 years old. My math right there. No drawer slides. Maybe a little bit too late, Donnie, but I can see your advice there. Maybe drawer slides on the top and no drawer slides for the rest of them. I don't know. I've already bought drawer slides. So maybe I'll have to go with that. I'm going to have to get some more screws, I tell you that, because I keep dropping screws. There's no telling where they go. I think I got a screw troll down on the floor. Every time I drop a screw troll comes and grabs it. And I can't find it. This is my first time installing drawer slides too, so kind of learning as I go. And these are the soft close kind, which is pretty neat. I got a few of these in my kitchen. Soft close, the fancy pants drawer slides. I need some tips about installing drawer slides. I don't think I'm real good at it. I feel like it's taking me forever to do this. And I really hope I got my math right. Because I had to add the thickness of my drawer face to the thickness of the box drawer that I'm going to build. I'm trying to get it to be exactly flush here. Maybe a better way to do that, but hopefully I don't have too much rework. So I paid $40 for this thing. It's got a top to it and drawers to it. You guys don't see right now, but for $40, how do you think I did? This is a drawer face. I was thinking about putting dovetail inserts in here that I make just so the dovetail look is still there. But the box, I'm going to build it so it's not that cheap wood that I have now. That drawer face is going to look good in that blue color, sapphire color I was talking about. Oh yeah, going to look good. How you like me now? Look at that. Yeah. I think that's going to work out real nice. That's a lot of socks. It would be a lot of socks for 100 pounds. So I've seen this little trick where you can put a little spacer underneath your drawer slides. Let's see if that trick works for me. Guess I'll find out. I got a little line on the back here to line it up with. See if that's going to work. I found out they got a bunch of holes you can put these screws in, but found out you need to put it first in the slotted hole. That way when you put your screw in, you drive your screw in, you can make an adjustment if you need to. The slotted hole. I shouldn't have tightened it up all the way. All right, so I'll make my adjustment. Got it on my line. There she goes. She's perfect. So I don't think y'all told me about my blue. What do y'all think of my blue? So blue sapphire is a Rubio Monocoat color that I think I'm going for. And there's a finishing process called spruce. I think I'm saying that right. Or you can do it with different types of paint and finishes, but in my case with the Rubio Monocoat, I will be putting Rubio Monocoat cotton white on first, and then letting that cure for 24 hours. And then I would come in with the blue sapphire, and the blue sapphire would actually sit in the wood grains, and the rest of the wood would be a white color because that's where the cotton white is. So just picture that, a white color for the wood, which is the cotton white Rubio Monocoat, which this finish will come off. And then sitting in the wood grains would be the blue sapphire. So all these wood grains would be nice and blue, and then you would have a sort of a bleached white look for the rest of it. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the knobs here. I got missing knobs, so I'm going to have to either buy some new ones or make some new ones or something. We'll see. Got one more screw in here. I'll be done with these. Okay, got my rails in. These guides or slides or whatever they're called. All right. See what I had to do. I had to add spacer blocks here so I could have a good piece of structure to put my drawer slides on. And then there was no centerpiece here, so I had to add this centerpiece. You can see it's a new piece of wood. Use pocket holes. Put them in there with pocket holes. There's where I do my cutting at. Let's see here. See, I started building the drawer box over there. It's sitting in my pocket hole jig. I never built a drawer box before. Got a few mistakes going on with it. Looks good from a distance, maybe. My pocket hole screws were too long, so I'm going to grind those down. I don't have any other size pocket hole screws. I'm going to just go with that. I don't know if I'm going to use pocket holes the next time. But I had to move my drawer slides up because my drawer slides were fouling these pocket hole screws, which I didn't see that coming. So I moved the drawer slides up some so they'll clear the pocket hole screws. And you shouldn't see these pocket hole screws as you pull the drawer out. This will be the drawer face here. I got one more piece to put in that. So the drawer face will kind of sit on there like that. And you pull the drawer out, and the drawer slides will be over top of those pocket screws. But I'm going to do the top two drawers like that. And then the bottom drawers, I'm going to figure out something different and maybe not use pocket screws, or maybe just not use them on the sides here. I don't know. Send me a comment if you got a good idea. I use pin nails here. I was thinking about maybe I could just pin nail it. That's pretty easy, but will it stand the test of time is the question. So we'll see. And there it is. See what I mean about the dovetails? If I fill those dovetails in, and I'll have the dovetail look, I definitely can't leave it like that, because if you pull that drawer out, you kind of see that missing dovetails there. I got to put something in there. So we'll see what we're going to do there. Something about getting up early on a Sunday morning and opening up the garage, setting up all your tools, turning on some music, and just making something. That's living, buddy. That's living. So all in all, I got $40 in the dresser. and my drawer slides, which I bought drawer slides to fit all the drawers. So I got 2 sets of them installed now. I'm planning on installing additional sets for the bigger drawers. So $40 for the entire dresser, which you don't see the drawers in the top, but I have that with it. And I got $43 from the Amazon purchased drawer slides. And I feel my Rubio Monocoat that I'm going to put on, that's going to run me another $25 probably. So I guess after all the screws and everything else, I'll probably be in this thing about 150 bucks, which it doesn't seem worth it, but it's worth it to me. $150 don't seem like much, but by the time you put your time and effort into it, it would probably be worth a little bit more. But this is fun to me, so I'm not worried about that. All right, let's get to building this drawer box here. Let's see if we can make a drawer box without screwing something else up. I don't do much measuring. Let me show you what I do. If I can find my pencil. A lot of times what I'll do is just put the corner of the piece of wood, just put the corner right on the edge where I don't need a ruler. And then I'll come back here and I'll make me a line. There's my line. So I'm going to keep that part. So when I do my cut, I want my blade to be on that side of the line. I think you see what I mean there, right? So I'm going to keep this part. You think it's going to fit? I know we have some precise measuring folks that are probably in the chat today that are just cringing over the fact that I just scribed a line on here instead of measuring. Well, everybody's got their way of doing things, and that's just mine. It is bright out here, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but that sun is just glaring off of my table saw and shining me right in the eyes. Let's see if I can get this right here. So one thing about this table saw, it's a Grizzly. I've had it a few months. I actually got a video I made. I was excited to get it. It's a Grizzly G0833P. Looks pretty neat. But the thing about my garage and the way the power's set up, about every third time that I turn it on, it kicks the breaker. So I need to get my garage rewired, or I don't know. I'm not an electrician, who knows? But what you may see is when I plug this thing up and I hit the go button, when I turn on the start, it may kick the breaker. So let's see how lucky I am starting this up. You know what else is, when I When I bought this saw, I bought it secondhand, Facebook Marketplace. Got this weird looking plug right here. Y'all know what this is called? So, you know, I didn't have any kind of plugins that would work with it in my garage. So I ended up having to buy something I could mount and plug it in. So I only got one plug-in will work with this sucker. And this is the extension cord here. Weirdest thing. I mean, I think these Grizzly saws are made in America, and I've never seen an American plug-in look like that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. Use my trusty old shop vac for my dust collection. Try to collect some of it. You're probably wondering why I got tape on my table saw right there. See that blue painter's tape? Anybody know why I got that? Well, one reason why I guess is because I'm either too lazy or too cheap to have a zero clearance insert in my table saw. I'll get around to that one day. But since I don't have that zero clearance, there's a big space right here. And what that does is as I'm sawing, it kicks a bunch of wood up. Even if I have the dust collector going or the vacuum, it won't suck it in there. But if I tighten that gap up, it creates more of a vacuum, and it'll suck a lot of that dust up where I don't get as much dust in the air. But it also helps you if you do much woodworking. You'll know it also helps you with cleaner cuts, where you can kind of see this tear out, they call it there, if you can see that. With a zero clearance insert where it's a fitted piece, you won't get near as much of that tear out there, which I'm getting quite a bit, but I'm gonna sand that off. I'm not worried about that. I mean, I know I'm not a high-end woodworker or anything like that, so I don't need that mess. All right, we'll find some ear protection and we'll be good to go here. I don't see a lot going on in the comments. You guys are quiet this morning. All right. I got all these extension cords going everywhere. If I had me a real woodworking shop, I'd have everything already hooked up. Maybe one day, right? Let's see if this is going to work. Yep. Tripped the breaker. Let's try that again. There she goes. Now we get to see if that fits. See how my non-measuring worked out. I'd say it worked out pretty good. What do y'all think? See that? First try. How you like me now? Oh yeah. See right now. And that's just gonna be my drawer phase. That thing's gonna be covered up anyway. I ain't even worried about it. I mean, here's what that's gonna look like, right? I get that in there, and that's gonna be sitting right over top of it. So who cares, right? But it is a good fit. Got all blue spots in here. I need to get that cleaned up. My drawers are not on this side. Guess I can take my hearing protection off now. It's got a K on there, but I'm gonna cover that up anyway, so I ain't gonna worry about that. See, that's what I think about tear out. You just sand it off. Look at that fit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Where's that quote from, y'all? Y'all know who that is? Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Let me see if y'all know. Y'all dying down on me. I was over 100. Let me get my staple gun. Maybe that'll cheer y'all up. If y'all fell asleep on me. See if my nail gun will wake y'all up. Get this show on the road. Yeah. See, a few of y'all woke up. Y'all been napping on me. Bad at the staples there. And I got 4 staples in there. That ain't gonna work. Let me go get some more staples here. Yeah. That might be enough there. Almost forgot I need to clean up that glue right there. It'd be easier to clean up like that before I put that front part on, huh? I know y'all don't want to see no sanding. I'll probably lose some of y'all. I better hurry up and put that glue front on before I lose y'all. Y'all take another nap. All right. I'll sand that later. I put it on I always put my glue, spread my glue on the end grain, because that end grain soaks it up like a sponge. That sun's getting hot. Yeah, get in there, boy. Maybe I should have used pocket holes, but I think I'm gonna just staple this thing. Between a little stapling action and a little glue, should be all right. What y'all think? Okay. Always learn how to keep them fingers clear where that staple might be, because I've had a staple in my finger before, and that taught me a valuable lesson. Yes, it did. I was lucky for it not to go through the bone. Them staples will pop out of the wood. Now I've got a drawer box. Using glue, keep you some water. A spray bottle and just spray that glue. Come back with a paper towel and just wipe that stuff on out. I mean, it's a drawer box. We ain't building a clock here, but make it look as good as you can. Some people, I've seen people use straws, but you can use something like the end of a paintbrush. Put it on your paper towel, get in that corner there. Get all that glue out, boy. Yeah, buddy. There's my first drawer box. Guess I can live with that. I wonder if it's square. I think it's square. I ain't even checked it for square. All right, let's find out. She's square, buddy. Yes, sir. See if this is square. Oh, that's not square. Well, that side right there is square. We'll just call it square enough. Square enough. Told you we weren't building clocks here. This is not Swiss Army watches or nothing like that. I need to get out this sun. All right. I need to build me another drawer box here. wind's blowing. This is the bottom of the drawer box I'm getting ready to build. I don't know what's on it. Got something on there. That's going to have to come off. These little files, Stanley, they belong to my grandpa. I said file, but it's a daggone chisel. Got this sucker sharp, I tell you that. She is sharp. Try not to cut in the wood because all I want to do is get this gunk off. I don't know what it is. You tell me what that gunk is there. That gunk's got to come off though. Look at that. We don't want that on our drawer. Maybe that, I don't think it's glue because it's sticky. And if that was glue, it would have been from yesterday and it would have been dried. Who knows, boy? That file's eating it up. I'll tell you that. File, call it a file again. It's a daggone chisel. Get it together. Now watch, when I turn this thing over, it'll have that stuff on the other side because that'll be my luck. Maybe I'll set the board right in it. Today I don't even know the difference between a file and a chisel, so I'm liable to do everything, anything. All right, don't look too bad. Do a little sand in here. Just like the Karate Kid. Y'all seen the Karate Kid? Sand on, sand off. Sand on, sand off. See, woodworkers can do karate too. Sand on, sand off. Or maybe it's sand on. You get your broom and say, sand off. I probably lost some of y'all saying that. You think this guy's crazy. This guy done lost his mind. Well, my neighbors are like, this guy's over here talking to himself. Looking over here, they probably see me talking. They don't see the camera. They think I'm crazy too. All right, so that's the bottom of the drawer there. Feel some little pricklies right here. All right, I might have some new people on here now. So here's my dresser. If you haven't heard it already, this dresser was purchased last week. I bought it for $40. I took the top off of it already. It's got some good bones made out of solid oak, except for the panels on the back and then the side. So far I've added the blocks here, or the spacers, so I can put my drawer slides on. I wanted soft closed drawers. Now all this stuff in here, you won't see it. You won't even see it. That drawer cover everything up, out and in, be good to go. Got the drawers taken apart. They're down there, just kind of hanging out until I'm ready to use them. I like the legs. Yeah, these legs are going to look good. And blue. If you haven't heard me, it's going to be blue. Rubio Monocoat, blue, sapphire is going to sit down in the grains. And then the rest of the wood is going to be like a bleached white look. It's called cotton white or something like that. All made by Rubio Monocoat. All right, back to work. So that's one drawer box. And I need to work on another drawer box here. If you heard me earlier, I don't measure most of the time. What I'll do is just line that board up just like I want it. And then find my pencil, because usually it's not readily available, but it is this time. I'll draw me a line here. I'm going to keep this section. I'm going to do away with that section. And I want my saw blade to be on this side of the line. So the cut will be right down through there. So that's a side, if I didn't tell you that. So that'd be a drawer side here. And we've got another side. No measuring. Line it up real nice. Make sure you got a good line. And let's go ahead and cut them. And there. Lining up for the cut. That's about right. Now all I gotta do is watch them fingers. Yeah. Where's my earring protection? My earring. There she is. That's right. Just a breaker kit. Got another breaker problem. I thought I threw a breaker, but I had unplugged the saw. I forgot I unplugged it. Yeah, it's the same guy that don't know the difference between a saw or a chisel and a file. Same guy. This makes make sure nothing's changed here. Let's see how that worked out. We'll have these going right here. Yep, that's going to be just fine. Can't decide whether I'm gonna do pocket holes or staples. What do y'all think? Put these side pieces on. Let's see what y'all think. I don't see nothing. Pocket holes or staples? Going once. Going twice. So, all right. Pocket holes. Okay. Yeah. Now, all I need is a drill. Should be able to throw some pocket holes in here. Oh, no, you don't. That's not working out too good. All right. Won't make burn wood out of you. Keep on. Make some good fire pit wood. Yep, that's what I thought. Give it a little love tap. One more love tap. Yeah, that's about right. I got a little ledge on there. I don't care much for that. How about we use staples and pocket holes? Yeah. I know that side looks out of square, but when I put that centerpiece on, it's going to square it right on up. I know my pocket hole screws are a little bit too long, but I'm going to grind those down. So don't you worry. Do some major bending to get that thing to square up, ain't we? That's square. And my pencil's lost. Let's see. Trick about using a square and drawing a line. So put your pencil right on that line, right where you want it to be. And then you're going to slide that scale right to that pencil. And bam. Measure twice. Okay, she's looking good. I'll keep this side, and I'm not worried about that side. I want the thickness of my saw blade to go right through there. I need a little water. I think I'm gonna come in out of the sun a little bit. Let's see if these bad boys fit. Look at that, boy. How you like me now? You ain't gotta measure. You ain't gotta measure those boards. Let's see here. Think that other one's gonna fit. It ought to. It ought to. Let's see. I think my hammer's too big. There we go. Now we're talking. I'm a good mind to just throw some staples in there. Should be screws. Maybe I should throw some screws in there. So I'm about getting tired of that glue. Cleaning up the glue. Yeah. Screws? What y'all think? Well, I need to see if it's square here. See if that bad boy's square. Nope. Square enough. About that. It's not bad. Yep. I think I can live with that. Nice and square that way. It's square enough. Just a tad off. I think I'm officially going to stop using pocket holes, at least on these drawers. I gotta find my little drilly thingy. Yep. Let's see here. Need to give me some screws. Yeah. These are just miscellaneous screws. I just picked them out of the drawer. All this stuff's going to be covered up anyway. You know, I'm thinking about changing my mind. And putting a screw in the top and then driving staples through the rest of it. That drill bit's hot, boy. She's hot. I hope it don't split that wood. Maybe I ought to go with a little smaller screw there. It's more like it. Dang it. It's either a sorry screw or a sorry screwdriver, and the screwdriver being me. I forgot to sand that board. Dang it. At least I didn't put glue on it. Maybe that one goes here. I need a light. I can't see nothing. Oh, it's definitely not that one. Okay, I think I found the right one. That lizard. See the lizard. Better get out of here. Get out of this garage, lizard. Talking to you. All right. Back to work. All right. Dan's Homestead's on the line. Morning, Dan. What kind of homestead you got, Dan? Let's see here. Since my pocket holes are too long, I'm gonna have to grind them. Woodwork sounds fun, Dan. The canning and the gardening and stuff, that sounds like a lot of work. I did some gardening in my time too. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of fun too. Really got into it there for a while. Kind of got out of it here recently. I moved to the residential area and I don't have as many garden opportunities, but I got a nice garage, so that's all I need right now. And another thing I need is a daggone wrench to fit this grinder. You'd think I'd be able to find something in here. It looks like I'm organized, but don't let that fool you. I'm a good mind to use my drill press. See, I gotta grind these little pocket hole things now because I'm gonna use these pocket holes, but my screws are obviously too long. So I'm gonna show you what I mean about my drill press over here. Instead of messing around with that grinder, which I think scares the crap out of me sometimes. I've seen those grinder accidents get real ugly. There's my little lizard friend. Let's see, where'd he go? Little lizard friend there. So, question is, how long have I had a channel? I got a channel not last Christmas, but around the Christmas time before last, which would have been what, the end of 2023 time frame. Actually, it was November-ish. I started the channel, and I believe the first thing I made, it was actually right after I bought this drill press. I was making some whiskey smokers, and you don't know what they are, you know, whiskey's alcohol. I think everybody knows that, but there's these round discs that you can make out of wood. I guess you could make them out of more than wood, and it allows you to take hardwood like cherry and maple or whatever else, and put a lighter to it, and put a smoke cloud basically over top of your whiskey. So I used some firewood that had been dried out, and I cut these round whiskey smokers out of them, and I used this drill press for a lot of that work. And that was my first video, and I was really excited about that video. I thought I did really good, like making it, and I used CapCut and spent hours and hours editing to that video. And I go back and I look at that video now, which coming up on 2 years since I made that video, and I've really got my stuff together, I'll say, with making content. And I look back at that video now, and it's like, what in the world was I thinking, you know? But I've gotten better as time goes on, and I'm still working on it though. All right, so I've made short content, long form content. I probably got close to 100 videos out there between the long form and the shorts. And this is probably my 4th live. And I built a table that I actually just posted a long form video of. When I built that table, there was a couple instances where I went live, and I was just doing it just to do it. I mean, the first couple times I went live, I had like 4 or 5 people watch my live, and I was like, okay, this is a joke. People don't like what I'm doing. But when I started building that table, and I forgot what the most popular thing was. I was putting together the base assembly, and I looked up at my screen, and I was up to like 400 people that was watching my live. And so I was in there about an hour, and came out of there, and I had 180 subscribers. And I was like, holy cow, you know, I've been doing this forever, and I haven't gotten anywhere with it. It felt like sometimes. And all of a sudden I walk away with almost 200 subscribers, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm on to something here. Then my cousin reached out to me. He had watched my live, and he said, hey, you know, I seen your live, but you're not saying anything yet. You need to start talking to these people. So I'm trying to talk to y'all, trying to get my stuff together. And so here I am. So I got to check your homestead videos out, Dan, because I like looking at folks that are getting started, kind of like myself. And this stuff is more fun than anything. I'll tell you what is irritating though, is I can't find nothing. I can't find nothing. Goodness gracious. You know, I'm looking for a little piece. I should have stuck with a daggone grinder. See, I couldn't find a wrench, and I go to use my drill press, and I can't find my little sanding disc thingy. This ain't good, y'all. There's a Dang. I know y'all probably ducking my channel now. You're like, I ain't gonna watch this guy look for stuff all day. I'm gonna watch somebody else. All right. Hey Dan, thanks for the sub, buddy. I'm gonna check your stuff out too. You probably have a new sub yourself here in a little while. All right, I found this isn't what I was looking for. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that work. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I had a flat disc that sometimes I put on this drill press, and I use it as like a little grinder. And a lot safer than that angle grinder, that's for sure. I was saying earlier, I didn't describe what I saw, but I saw the grinder incidents get real ugly. Some folks I work with was had it too close to their leg and cut right into it, buddy. It wasn't good. Now, here's what I was thinking about doing, just taking those pieces down just like that. See if that's gonna work. Don't y'all laugh at me if it don't work. Let's slow that thing down. I think I tightened that up, but I'm gonna make that one sure it's tight. Yeah. Now let's see if I can grind it down. How you like me now? Look at that. I ain't gonna grind it down too far because it's gonna be the bottom of the drawer. Nobody's gonna see it no way. All right. Put a little bit more speed on her. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. It didn't turn out too bad. It did what I wanted it to do. I don't watch that many lives. I probably need to pay more attention to those lives. I've just started getting into the live stuff. I've had some scares with the grinder myself, and here lately, a lot of times what I'll do is when I think I could easily do it with a grinder, sometimes I'll ask myself, just like I just did, I'll ask myself, is there a safer way that I can do it? And if I do get this grinder out, I'll make daggone sure that I'm really careful. There's certain things in the shop that I won't let my son, my son's getting ready to turn 18. I won't let him really use. And the one thing is this grinder, especially when I got a cutting wheel or a grinding wheel on it. But I also tell myself that, hey, you know, if he's going to use it, I'd rather for him to use it with me so I could show him how to use it and how not to use it. So I need to get around to showing him, because he's getting ready to turn 18. Next thing you know, he's going to be off on his own, and he's going to eventually use something like that. And I would rather for him to remember how to use it from me. So I need to get on that. Huh? You need me that Monday to go to work? Yeah. I mean, when you need it. I'm going to go fix my hair and then I'll come there. All right. Well, when you come down here, I'll give it to you. Yeah, give me some eggs, please. All right. Got that one done. Let's go here. So am I building this for a customer? I picked this sucker up. I don't know if you were on earlier, but $40 from Facebook Marketplace. I had saw it on there. It was solid oak. I was like, man, that's cool. So I decided, and this was going to be a joke because I wasn't going to get it. So I decided to go to my wife and say, hey, you know, what do you think about me getting this dresser here? And she said, to my surprise, because I thought she was going to talk me out of it and say, you don't need another project. You haven't done the things you're supposed to do, or I was going to get some kind of speech like that. But to my surprise, she's like, yeah, I think you could do something nice with it. So I was like, all right, well, so much for that. You know, I thought she was going to talk me out of it. So she even offered to pick it up. She said, I'll go get it. She said, I'm going to Sam's Club to pick up something. Where's it at? And I gave her direction. She went and picked it up, brought it back home last weekend. And I started working on it last Sunday. You know, took it apart, took the top off of it, took the drawers out, decided what I was going to do with it. I bought these drawer slides that I was installing earlier. So I just installed these ones on the top. I'm getting off subject, but so what I was thinking, I was just going to make a video out of it and do a refurb video or a restoration video, because I've watched a lot on YouTube, and I see folks that are actually getting really good attention from viewers, you know, taking pieces of junk folks were going to throw away and making something nice out of it. So I'm like, hey, I'll redo it. It'll cost me a little, a little bit, and a little bit of time. It'll be fun, and I'll sell it. So that's what I was thinking. And then later that day, after my wife had picked the dresser up, later that day she came to me and she's like, "Hey, what color are you gonna make that dresser?" And I was like, I like using Rubio Monocoat, and I started, talking about what was on my mind. And I don't think she heard me when I was saying that kind of stuff, because as soon as I finished, she's like, "What do you think about blue?" And I'm like, "Blue?" I'm sitting there thinking, "Are you serious? This is oak. I never seen any blue oak." So then a light bulb came on, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I want to make videos and I want to catch people's attention. Nobody else has got a blue freaking dresser, right?" So I got on Rubio Monocoat's website, and lo and behold, because they have a crazy amount of colors. So I get on there, and they got this color called sapphire blue. So you guys want to look that up. It's a really neat color. And so sapphire blue, and that's just like a beachy color, and that's where she was going to, because the bathroom, she's wanting like a beachy thing. And I got a pretty big bathroom, master bathroom, and she's like direct decorating it. So she's like, blue, and I could put it in my bathroom. So I was like, all right. So my wheels are turning about this Rubio Monocoat, and there's this process that you can use, a process or method of applying Rubio Monocoat and even some of the other stains, where you pretty much, let me go get this um, drawer face here. So you pretty much take your wood and, you would probably need to be a hardwood like this oak. Take your wire brush or your wire wheel. If you have a wire wheel, I have one here. I like using these wire wheels on a drill. And you pretty much lightly run it across the wood in the direction of the grain. And what it does, it'll dig down into this grain some, and and it also doubles as a paint remover, right? Because after you're going, a stain remover. Because I'm gonna have to take this off. So what I'll do is I'll run this along the grain of the wood lightly, just to get down in those grains a little bit. Without this here, I'll come back and I'll sand it real nicely, and all this finish will come off. And then there's this process that I'm getting to that's called spruce. Um, and what I'm going to use is, it's a two-part Rubio Monocoat, and the first part that goes on, which is the base part, is called cotton white, and it's a bleached white look. And so that'll go on first, and Rubio Monocoat needs to sit 24 hours before you apply the second coat. So it'll sit on there for 24 hours. Put it on, wipe it off. It'll have like a bleached white look, right? So come back the next day with that sapphire blue. And what happens with the sapphire blue is you put it on, and it don't really stick to the bleached white look. But what it does stick to, it sits down in the grains of the wood. So all these grains, that blue will sit down in those grains, because I've opened those grains up with a wire wheel. Wipe all that off, and what you end up with, now picture this, what you end up with is a bleached white look, and then your grains are actually sapphire blue. I started thinking about that after the suggestion of my wife, and I was like, I think she might be onto something, because you guys ever seen anything like that? A sapphire blue oak dresser. I mean, so long story short, Dan, the customer, I had a customer in mind that was hopefully going to make a little money, but it turned into a project for my wife, which it'll make a good video, right? I hope so. So that's it. All So I'm done with my drill press. What y'all think of my drill press idea? I think I messed up my little sanding pad, but I'll reuse that. Yeah, I am too. I'm really excited to see this because I got to thinking about it too. You know, why in the world would I get a dresser like this and just build something that everybody else does and stain it a color that everybody else does? So I like the idea a whole lot more of doing something unique and something that nobody else has really done before. And I got on the internet and I looked around for hardwood dressers that were blue and something like the idea that I had put together for the spruce and the Rubio Monaco. Could not find absolutely anything that looked anything like that. So when you see this, it's not going to look like anything you've ever seen. I hope. Don't be stealing my idea, y'all. All right. But if I haven't told you guys, the drawer idea is going to be, I'm going to knock this old cheap wood out. And fortunately for me, it's not even glued. See, she's coming right on out. So I'm gonna just knock that completely out. And if you saw me just a little bit earlier, I'm building a drawer box. These are for the small drawers. And the drawer box looks something like that. And you got the drawer face here, and the drawer face has these little dovetails. So I have some, it's called Wingay, and it's a very, very hard wood. It's a black in color. If you can picture this being a deeper black color in the dovetails, I'm going to actually cut dovetails and just insert them into these and glue them in. So I'll still have the dovetail look on the drawer slide, on the drawer face, I mean. And the drawer face will attach. It'll attach right to that drawer. And then I'll be able to pull it out. And the dresser doesn't have all the handles or the little button handles here, so I'm gonna have to get some more of those or remake them. I got a CNC, so I could cut these things out in a big batch if I wanted to, but may be just as easy to go buy some. We'll see about that.
I'm not gonna sell these.
What do you put them on Marketplace?
Yeah.
How much you getting for them? $80?
Yeah.
Where you got to go to sell? Royal Farm?
Yeah.
Right up the road. Is it a kid buying it or adult?
I think it's an adult.
Okay. Then you coming back after that?
Mm-hmm.
Some good looking shoes. What size are they?
11.
Shoot, if they were 12, I'd take them from you. I look like something wearing them things around. One be my woodworking shoes.
Bradley gave these to me.
He gave them to you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
How about that?
Brand new, they're like 200 or something.
Oh. What size are your shoes now? You got 11 and a half or 12?
11.
You need to grow into a size 12 so I can wear your shoes. You'd be like, where my shoes go? Oh, Dad's got them on.
I thought my shoes would get bigger, but they just stay 11 now.
Yeah. All right, be careful. Follow you. Listen to that truck. Come on, baby. What am I doing, y'all? That's what I'm looking for. I don't even know where this screw goes. I'm gonna put it right here. If it don't work, I'll move it. Don't tell me if that's the wrong spot. All right. Where's the other slide at? I had another drawer slide here somewhere. Oh, it's still in the drawer. Yeah. Oh, big dang.
Okay, I'm ready to leave. Where is this? Is that hooked onto the outside of the door?
Yeah.
I like this thing. What do you do with this?
Just kind of mark holes. It's 180. You pay me back tonight.
Whatever, this is mine. Brush you in the head. Okay, well, here comes Brent. I think.
He just left.
Where did he go?
He went to Royal Farms. The playing card shim install. So I seen folks using that. You got the Craig jig spacers. You got the playing card deal. It's the first time I've ever installed drawers. I was going to try that, but I was going to use it while I was setting my drawer face. I didn't think to use it here. It might have been the best way to go. I guess if I find out it's installed wrong, then I'll definitely have to try that adjustment. Come on, get in there, boy. There we go. Everything go the way you planned?
Yeah. It was quick. I didn't know he was gonna show up or not, but he was on his own.
Well, that's good. Sometimes them Facebook Marketplace deals don't work out good. Get it together. Get in there, boy. There we go. Yeah, I got plenty more drawers to give that a shot on. I'm gonna see if this works, and I'm gonna give the playing card trick a shot, because this installation here seems to be going a little slow, rather slow. Get ready to find out if it's gonna work. Yeah. At this time to see if this works. Oh Lord, y'all don't laugh. Oh, let's see if it's gonna work. I know it's gonna be something dumb I did. And just fill it. This ain't feeling too good, y'all. This might not be going very good. All right. I think my distance here is a little shaky. Yep. I got a little bit too much space in between both sides. I think the problem is hope I don't break these things. wanted just to work. Okay, good. You know what? I wonder if I'm hitting on that screw right there. That might be it. Let me take that screw out. Probably not. I still got a distance problem. Yeah, this ain't looking good. It clicked. Guess what I'm gonna have to do is put a little shim underneath of that rail. Unless the distance on this side is a little, unless that'll work. Old drawer build ain't working out. Okay. A little rubbing. I don't think it's supposed to sound like that. It's not going all the way back. Take the screw out of this side and see what happens. Maybe it's rubbing on that little screw. Let's hope so. Something ain't right. What the hell's going on here? I gotta figure this out. Oh, I see now. What the hell in the hell I did that? What in the hell was I thinking? All right, time for a break. All right, I'm getting ready to get off here, guys. I don't think I screwed up too bad. I just got to make some adjustments here. Thanks for tuning in. And there she is.